Icons dating back to the 14th century brought together from private collections across Russia.
It's very beautiful. It gives you goose pimples. It's a remarkable exhibition.
It's an exhibition which feeds the senses. Everything is so grey outside at the moment, and here suddenly it's a feast for the eyes.
And it's a feast that marks 100 years since religious icons started to be recognised as works of art. Before then, they were mainly viewed as religious objects, often left blackened over the centuries by the passage of time and added layers of paint.
When we learned how to remove the dark layers, we discovered underneath an overwhelming beauty, to such an extent that it shocked André Matisse, who was in Moscow at the time. He said, "It's here that artists should come to learn to paint, not to Italy."
But today, only a small number of these masterpieces remain. Most were destroyed during the Soviet era.
These icons are the survivors. If museums hadn't saved them, they wouldn't exist today. There are 50,000 icons in Russian museums. Before, there were millions.
But now the future of this part of Russian heritage is up for debate. Are the icons best held by museums, or should they be returned to the country's churches?
Hollywood, the greatest invention ever. It creates illusions that become imagined by your mind and become a reality. They're implanting thoughts through movies in your head. They create these concepts, they draw out a story, and the story is implanted, and you are stuck. And this system that they created guides you. And it's founded on racism and prejudice by people who can't tolerate your presence because you remind them of what greatness is. And they react. That's why black is power. When it comes amongst individuals who are not, it creates a weird response. Just walk in a room and see how your blackness changes the whole room, because it's dominant and these people know it, and it brings an inferiority complex out of these people. This is why you have racism. It's really a simple form of jealousy, but it's not as simple because it's very wicked and evil and destructive and has no empathy and will do anything to stay at the top. This is why we are at this point right here, because these people have drawn out a diabolical plan to keep us in order. And you could see Kyrie Irving being crushed by this machine who is well thought out and use trigger words to control the minds of people and gain sympathy. That's why they run to the anti-Semitic never again trope. These people have cornered the market on sympathy and everybody feels for them. But it's one thing. None of it lines up according to what the great book says. They don't fit any of the curses, and they injected themselves without the help of the superior one who is supposed to put them in the land. I'm confused. And they use that one word for their advantage, but those people come from North Africa and other parts of the so-called Middle East and are melanated people. And they have a book that they study. Go look up the book that they study, their real holy book, but it's nothing holy about it. And if you pay attention to what they do, the book aligns with their actions. And as they say, actions speak louder than words. Where's the greatness? They have gay parades in the country when that is not prohibited by the God that they worship. Then you have one say they killed the God that they worship. But we don't want to hear that. These people are self-proclaimed. Nobody else believes that they are. And they have been kicked out of 100 countries for the wickedness that they have done. They try to say it's for conversion, but no, it's not. It's because they try to get at the center and do exactly what they're doing to Kanye West. But we don't believe it because we are the only fools on the planet. And they have been stepping on our throats for centuries. These people funded the slave boats and were one of the harshest punishers when it came to that. This is why they changed their names, and they did it after the thing that happened to them over there in Alemania. They are so slick and crafty with their deviltry, and we can't understand it. Look how they have took over everything that we watch, and they are the presenters of it while we make no money. Like I said, they gave us the Bible and they took the land, because what they wrote, and it's the truth in their mind, but their God, he only helps those who helps themselves. We are a front. They have painted over the judges thereof, and we don't get that. Wake up.